So we've been doing a bit of messing about here with my broadcasting software. Anyway, this is a virtual pool 4 straight pool final, and it's a race to 75. We've got Stefan, player 2, who's got 13 to start, and both of them are neck and neck at the moment. Romario's just 2 points in the lead. He's on a run of 11, trying to get into the pack there to open something out, but he's going to have to pull out a good one here. But really the safety's the right shot. Well, that was a good shot though. He's usually pretty aggressive, Romario, most of the time to his own downfall, but a lot of the time he does go on a run. He's now leading by 5. Now, does that 7 ball go? Yes, it does, but it's a bit straight. And he's played that with a lot of inside English to hold the cue ball and come back straight so he could get the 7. So now he can use a wee bit of power and try and break open these balls. Well, he's took his eye off the ball again. And Stefan just rushing into it. I just wish sometimes the players would take their time a bit more, because that way they get on a lot better. You've got a shot clock usually, although I don't see one on the screen here. Maybe I've missed it. No, there isn't a shot clock, so even without a shot clock, they've still got plenty of time to line up their shots and think about what they're doing. So, Stefan back at the table, trailing slightly. Now let's see if this will work again. Let's try this. There's no real break ball there. And that one is going to have to finish somewhere in about here. And that's perfect. Even then I think that's a bit tight. Yeah. He got the hit, but again he's missed the shot. So it's let Stefan back in. Romario just getting one there, and Stefan's creeping ever closer. Now, as I've said in previous straight pool videos, I mean the strategy is obviously to open the balls, and you've got to obviously pick them off one by one, but there has to be a pattern into how you pick these off, because you've got to open up the pockets. So the idea is you get rid of the blocking balls. Now that's an ugly setup there at the moment, so there's definitely something needs moved, but you don't want to start moving balls if you don't need to. If there's a path to get to it and a path to get to a pocket, why start rumbling balls around the table? Now let's go up the table a wee bit and just zoom in. Now we can see there's a triangle in the table, and the triangle is to give you a guide as to where the pack's going to sit once the balls are reset. So somewhere out here we've got 3 potential break balls here. So these are the ones you have to focus on. Now they're probably going to end up being moved, but ideally the cue ball needs to be over here somewhere to be able to pick one of them off and clear that area. But the 8 ball or the 3 ball would be perfect break balls. So now Romario's down at the bottom end of the table. He's now going to have to go for the 13. Now if he gets it, that's opening up a path there, and he needs to get that cue ball further over to the left. So now he's struggling. He's going to have to probably call a combo with this 8 and 3. So he's calling the 3 ball into the corner, and now things are messed up again, because now it looks as if his break ball's going to go. And that's definitely it, because now he's only got the option of the 8. And if you look at those 2 balls, they're stuck in the pack. They're in the triangle. So now when he pots this one, that 5 ball's going somewhere we don't know. So now he's in the pack though, and the cue ball comes down. So he's now got a chance. It might work out. He's got ball in hand and trying to create an angle to get into the pack. Well, he's drawn into it. He could have probably played the cue ball over on the right hand side and went in off the left rail. That might have been easier. He might have got more movement, but he's still got a couple out, and you only need 1 ball out to keep going. Now it's got messy. That's a great shot. Again, very aggressive. Romario's run goes to 17. He's on 47. He's got a lead. Sorry, not Romario, Stefan. He's got a lead over Romario of 12 points now. And remember, Stefan got a start of 13 points, so he's making the most of it. Now, again, when I don't play a lot of straight pool, I never have really done, but at this stage, fairly early in the rack, I've already picked out my 2 potential break balls, and these are the ones I want to avoid when I'm actually playing. I want to avoid that one there, get that to work, and I want to avoid moving that one there. Now those 2 are my potential break balls. I don't want to be playing them if I don't have to. So he's managed to avoid them. So he should get rid of the 13, the one at the bottom of the table, and then probably take the 8 ball. Well, for some reason he's looking at the 1, but to me the 8 ball would have been better, because that would have left him position to take out the 14 ball. Those 2 there, well, he's now split them. Again, Romario's got his way of doing things, and I don't always agree with him. Sometimes I think he makes his life a lot harder than if he'd actually looked at the table and seen what the easiest shot was. So the 1 ball is still there. That's the good thing about his position at the moment. Stefan. Why do I keep calling him Romario? He's probably forced through here. Oh no, he's going for the drop. Again, well, if he goes far enough, that's not bad. He's going to have to play this with inside English here and force the cue ball in. And again, that's why he's missed the 1. But not a bad run of 28 there from Stefan. It's given Romario something to think about. He's got, what is it, a 22 point lead. again, he's out of shape. And he's going to have to try and force this one in along the rail. He's going to be busting the pack open. So he's made a right hash of that. Now what's the punishment going to be like? Well, Stefan, he's got nothing into the middle. The 6 ball's blocked. And believe it or not, Romario might have got away with this. I mean, that's an ugly mess again, but can he squeeze that past? Oh, well done. But he's still got problems. Now he's calling the 6 ball. So he's going to try and kick that in off the rail. That'll be a good shot, but again, there'll be a price to pay if he makes a mess of this. Oh, again, try to be delicate. But he's played it in such a way that he wasn't really going to give himself a great chance of another ball, but he's made it awkward for Romario, but he's picked it out. Well, he gets 2 there, potted the ball he nominated. And that one ball's just nudged those other couple of balls open. Now, once again, he's got a break ball in position. There's his break ball there. That one. That's the one he wants. But it's gone now. And there are no break balls because they're all in the pack. Well, that's finished 2 straight in a 14. And can he see the 4? Let's have a look. Well, I think he could see enough of it to pot it. He certainly can now, but he's missed a 14. And again, Romario's run comes to an end. He's reduced the deficit to 13 points, which again is the handicap that Stefan's getting. So Romario's now at a point where he's not got much to play with. Stefan moves on to 60. Just needs another 15. So this next rack coming up, it could be all over, although Stefan's fell way short of where he wanted to be. He's picked out a good one there. Now what will happen is that 2 balls are going to come down onto the spot here. And again, I don't think that's a great angle for Stefan to get into the pack. He's going to have to really hammer this and force the cue ball around the table. Oh, what's he got? Nothing. So, nothing but a safety left now. And he just took the paint off the edge of that ball there, got it very thin. Now again, Romario's, well, got the shot, but didn't get any luck on breaking anything out here. So there's got to be another safety. Got to look where he can hide the cue ball. And how's he done? Need to go up to this end to have a quick look. Well, that edge of the 14 is just enough for Stefan to cut it into the middle. But the cue ball again is going to be running all over the place if he forces it, which he hasn't. And he's played that well. That's perfect. Nice little angle in the 6. Can just chip something out here. Well, that was unfortunate. Maybe he needed a wee bit more angle. Well, unless there's some sort of combination shot in amongst those balls, there's nothing else on for him. He's going to try and take that. No, that's the right shot. Push it through, leave the cue ball in the pack. So as we stand, Stefan 66, Romario 47. Stefan 9 points away from victory, and this is the final of the straight pool tournament. I think there was only like 4 players in it. Now straight pool, again, you've got to study the pack. Look for anything that's set or anything you can possibly make. But it doesn't look good for Romario here with this visit, and that's a foul. He hasn't hit a rail, so he's lost a point. That's no major damage. It's a lot better doing that than it is leaving your opponent in when he's only got 9 points to go. That's got to go, and I think that might be Romario's last shot in the tournament. There's enough balls sitting here for Stefan to seal the deal. Well, tell a lie. There's only 4 balls on the table, so he's going to have to get something out the next rack. He's going to need one more. And that's Romario's lifeline, because the 4 ball is in the edge of the pack, so again it's going to come down on the spot. Let's look at the angle he's got. Not a great angle to get into this pack. In fact, he's going to have to pull out a good shot to do that. Well, he only needs the one, and he's got one. 14 sitting there for the taking. And in it goes. And so Stefan wins this afternoon's straight pool tournament, beating Romario by 75 points to 48.